Hey, welcome to Squarebody Stuff. I'm Chad, and we're in my '84 crew cab we call Buddy. I'm going to show you guys how to remove the locking plate that's underneath your steering wheel. It could be a real major pain in the butt if you don't have the right tool. So we'll get the right tool, I'll show you how to use it, and get that locking plate off. As you can see, I've already got my steering wheel off. I've got another video of just how to remove and install your steering wheel. I'm trying to break these things up to where it's not all one long video. And I'll put a link up in the top corner for that video if I can remember when I post the video. But this is the tool you're going to need to remove this locking plate. I mean, there's different types of tools. This is just the one I have to have. And I'm going to show you how to use it. I'll get the camera set up, get you a good view of this, and I'll show you how to use this bad boy. Okay, so what we're trying to remove is this locking plate right here. Of course, mine's got the plastic cover. I've seen some of them that don't have the cover for some reason. You can pull the cover off, or you can remove it without taking this cover off. I'm going to go ahead and take it off to show you guys what's underneath there. Come on. There's that. Now this plate is what we're trying to pull off. It's got a spring behind it and this little wire clip that holds it into that groove. Now if you have an extra set of hands, a guy could push that down and work that clip out. It's doable, but going back together it's really hard to do without the tool, because you're actually, whenever you push that down, you're not just compressing the spring, you're actually pushing the shaft too. So this tool will thread onto your shaft. I guess I can explain real quick what this plate does anyways. All it is for your lock. That pin comes out whenever you turn your key back, and it locks the steering wheel in place. And it also holds all your innards in for your steering column. But the way this tool works is you thread that on there. I like to lock this down just a little bit. Thread that nut down. You can compress that. You don't have to go too far. Alright, next thing you need to do is get your favorite picks or screwdrivers, whatever you have that will help pry this clip off. I try to just get it started one way with the pick, then the screwdriver. Grab another screwdriver. Just kind of work it off there. It can still be a pain in the butt, but at least you're not fighting a spring and everything else. Get it up off of there. And I like this tool because I could actually just slide this clip up onto the tool, and that's where it stays. It's not going to get lost, not going to go anywhere. And then when I get ready to go back together with it, all I got to do is install a tool like this, compress the spring, and then slide that clip down and it goes back together. I guess I can go ahead and take this apart and kind of show you guys what's going on behind this lock plate. You can see how much pressure that spring's got on it. It comes out quite a ways. There you go. You got the spring here. You got a washer, your bearing cup and everything back behind that. Just make note of how this all comes apart. If you're going in deeper when you take stuff apart, good idea to maybe just take some pictures as you go of how things come apart. That way you know how it goes back together. But we're not going to get into anything any deeper than this in this video. This video is just about removing that lock plate. I will go over the installation of the lock plate. Of course, this lock plate will only go one way on that shaft, so you got to get the teeth lined up, splines lined up just right on there. Use your tool. Compress your spring. And once you get it far enough where your groove is exposed, you can just slide your clip back on there. That's all there is to it. You remove your tool. That's it. As you can see, that's not really that bad of a job to do as long as you have the right tool. If you don't have the right tool, I suggest either buying one. Most auto part stores will rent you the tools if you decide you don't want to own the tool. But it's cheap enough. I can't remember how much it costs, but it's cheap enough. It's a good tool to have in your toolbox because you never know when you might be trying to get into your steering column like that. So it's a good idea just to get the tool. It's a whole lot easier than trying to do it by hand. Hopefully you got some good out of this video and answered any questions about how to get that locking plate off. It's not that big of a deal. Just take your time, use the right tool, and a little bit of patience, and you'll get it. If you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. Ring the notification bell because that bell will give you notifications of whenever I put out new videos. Also, down in the description box below, you can check out our Teespring store. There's a link to that. You can get to our merchandise. Facebook and Instagram. Also, email addresses down there. So, go check us out. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Until next time, y'all keep your square bodies rolling, and we will catch you later.